Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Okay, so here we are with the next part, the third list. This is episode 9, 2022, John 21:22. So here you can pause this and read this. 22. Jesus saith unto him, If I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? Follow me. So the episode is called Bittersweet 16 right here. And you can see I put, you call me crazy, but who's the mad troll now? So this is, in this 2022, everything we've been telling people all this time. And then finally it's like, haha, I told you so. So I feel like I'm living this in a way now because as far as conspiracy theory stuff is concerned, because I started with the conspiracy theory stuff after 9/11. And which ties into spirituality in one way, because once you follow that rabbit hole all the way to the end, your only choice is God, because you realize how wicked the society is, and the only way to get out of it is the Holy Father. So some people get stuck in that rabbit hole, and that's unfortunate. Thankfully, the Holy Father saved me and chose me to reveal his secrets to me, and I thank you, Holy Father, for that, and all glory and praise and honor to you, to uplift your holy name. Amen. So what was I saying? So I feel like that now with the conspiracy theory stuff, because all these years the conspiracy theorists have been saying this stuff, and everybody's like, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy. And now in 2017, everything that we've been talking about before that was hidden is now out in the open. For example, what are they called? Those groups, the Bilderberg group and all of that, it used to be a secret. Now it's out in the open. Bohemian Grove, all of that was a secret. Now they're talking about it on TV shows. They're talking about the dark state on TV shows. They're talking about everything that the conspiracy theorists have been saying all these years are now just out in the open. And we're kind of like, I told you so. But instead of people being like, oh, you did say that, now for them it's normal, because they're brainwashed still, a lot of people. But anyway, this same thing, the same feeling is going to happen in 2022, except it won't be conspiracy theory stuff. It'll be spiritual stuff that we've been talking about. So you unveil and uncover calamity, destruction, and oppression, but you persevere by faith in all persecutions and trials you endure. It is the time the beast, evil red, rises. The saints will go through God's refining fire and be rewarded. We show proof. It is the beginning of the pre-harvest. So I added this myself, these last two lines, and of course that was my synopsis of my synopsis. So let's look at the show here. So it's his birthday. This is when he turns 16. So I put that because it's very important, where it says here that we will be receiving gifts, and believers will be rewarded based on those good works. And so for me, the being rewarded kind of makes me think of a birthday present. And that's what they're talking about here on the TV show. He has a present and it's in the garage, which is why I summoned the stalkling. They're sick of hiding in the shadows. Very important for 2022. While the flesh bag stumbles closer and closer to my Father's bridge. So, just replace the flesh bag, they're talking about us. and we're exposing their evil plans here. What the heck? What is that? So they send after him a stalkling, and this is a stalkling, okay? And it's the only kind of demon that can go into sunlight. So what are you staring at, Grandpa? Haven't you ever seen a changeling before? So remember, they didn't believe the conspiracy theory that there were changelings in Arcadia. And so now finally they get the changeling and they show it to Vendel, I think his name is. And so finally he believes that the bridge is being built. You called me crazy, but who's the mad troll now? Behold, I have proof. Put that thing away. Do you finally believe me? Changelings, therefore the bridge. So this is important. I know the picture isn't very good, but this is important. This is, please, holy. Okay, this is very, very important, okay? The time of old time religion is finished, okay? What I'm telling you is not religious. This has nothing to do with religion. Religion in itself, the way it is in the world, has not been helpful. The Holy Spirit is making me change my words that I want to say. So what we have to do from now, which is 2017, until 2022, this is the 222 that we've talked about many times. Everything we present has to be backed up with proof. No more old time religion. Proof. That's why I'm going through this extreme effort of proving to you what I am saying to you. This is not coming from my mind. This is not coming from my imagination. This is not, some of it is my opinion, but from my opinion, you can see what I'm basing my opinion on, and you can come up with your own opinion. Do you see what I mean? This is a real concrete thing that is happening that I am showing you. Presenting evidence. That is what we have to do from now until 222, okay? And in 2022, they will believe us. They will finally believe us. We will be able to show them. And of course, that goes from April 2022 to April 2023. And that's when it says my book will be done. So where are you taking me? That's when he's fighting that demon, and you can't see it very well, but he takes him up and he says, you don't need weapons. So I took this picture because I really wanted to stress that this has nothing to do with no kind of physical weapons or any kind of physical battle. This is all spiritual. Okay, and in this episode you can even see where he had to fight this demon. It says your environment can sometimes be a weapon, so he had to use his brain and his spiritual armor. Here you see he takes the lightning with his armor and kills this demon. So if you take the spiritual symbolism for each element, you have your message right here. So the eye stone is almost complete, and this is the end of that. So and Gunmar will rise again. Gunmar, we said, was Satan. Okay, so I mean that pretty much explains it all. I don't even see how there can be any confusion. I mean, to me it seems very clear. You unveil and uncover the calamity and destruction. That's exactly what happened in this cartoon. They showed, because Vendel didn't believe them, they finally showed that yes, they're building the bridge and the changelings are here. They unveiled and showed it. And that's what Jesus, Yahushua, said here, is that his point is this evil situation, the Prince of Persia, the evil structure, it will remain until he comes. And that is not your concern. Your concern is to follow him. That's exactly what this comment is upon. It's about this. Exactly. Episode 10, 2023, John 21. Please pause and read this. And you can see how much work this is. So there are many other letter lines that I could have chosen for 2023. I have tons of them that when I've done the formula in my news stream, I have many letter lines for the year 2023. Just for time's sake, this is the one I felt was most relevant to the situation, but there's more. There's a lot more. I'm just scratching the surface of this thing, guys. So this right here, this is the verse. Then went this saying abroad among the brethren that that disciple should not die. Yet Jesus said not unto him, ye shall not die. But if I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? So again, this is when I said the 144,000, the 1111 won't see death. I should have specified spiritual death, one, and I should have said that most of us will be rescued. But it is very clear that Yahushua has said here in verse number 23, which is my number, that no, he's not promising that we won't die in this battle. Right here, it's written right here. So yeah, there might be some of us who will perish in the battle, spiritual battle in 2023. Written right here. Some of the saints, some more saints. So the name of the series is, the episode is Young Atlas. You are a winner. You have perception. You stand against and oppose the evil ones. This is connected to CERN, OneWeb, and Oculus technology, etc. So here, guys, go to this website. I didn't read the website, but I was watching a video, and they were talking about CERN, and they said the word Atlas. And as soon as they said Atlas, I thought about this, because his name is Young Atlas. This is how the spiritual language works. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's how I'm connecting these dots, because of the Roget Thesaurus number 5. When you're working with that, you start to recognize these words in all of the spiritual conversation in the world. Everywhere, it's a second language that you have to learn, that the Father wants us to learn. Once you learn this language, you recognize it everywhere. And you hear and see a whole nother dimension of reality. Okay, so because in this cartoon, I know this cartoon is prophetic, because I have the letter lines, and because the Father has given me the time line hidden in the Bible. And so as soon as I was watching a video about CERN and they said the word Atlas, I knew. Okay, so you go right here and it explains to you what Atlas is in conjunction with CERN. So yes, the OneWeb, look that up on the internet, what OneWeb is. That is pretty much from the Terminator movie. It is like the real version of Skynet from the Terminator movies. That's what they're already building. And the CERN and the Oculus technology, we talked about that in the playlist for the Black Mirror, guys. And this tattoo thing that I'm going to talk about in the next video, that's all that we're fighting against, all of that, okay? And that's represented in this cartoon. Your nemesis challenges you. So in 2023 is when we start to get real bold. And, you know, we're like, yes, we're here. Let's go, right? With our sword, which is the word, is it not? If you wear it, it banishes all cowardice. So in this, he has some kind of necklace that he puts on that makes him not afraid. It makes you fierce and ready for battle. It's supposed to make you brave, but man, I'm feeling really good. So it's kind of like a stone, I guess. But it makes him feel too good. It makes you feel good, makes you feel like I can do anything. And this is how you style for X. So he's just, you know, really bold. The last piece is complete. So this is also 2022 is also when the kill ahead is nearly complete, and they're looking to free Satan and bring him to the world. Then preventing our plan from being discovered by our enemies. So they're still trying to keep us from finding the bridge. I'm not afraid of you, Bular. So we're really not afraid in 2022. We're going for the jugular. It is I, the troll hunter. So he's under the influence of the the amulet. Your nemesis challenges is you. And then here in he lost the necklace that was giving him boldness. But I can still be brave. That's what's important right here, because you do have to take into consideration it's a cartoon. So I don't really know what that necklace that made him bold represents, but either way, in 2022, we can still be brave. We will be brave, okay? But in this particular situation, he survives, but not all of us will survive this fight, apparently, from what I understand. And that's the end of that episode, isn't it? Yeah, episode 10. So he really gets in there, and he really, with the word, he really goes after this right here, this evil. And again, I hope that the people who are watching this video, I hope that you've already seen the whole playlist, and even the timelines as well, because I really go into depth with the other videos and explain this obstacle instruments with the Oculus, and I mean all of this I explain really in depth. So if you've seen those videos, everything should be coming together for you, like, oh, and it's so important. I don't know, maybe people won't see this until later, I don't know, but it's just uncanny to me. This is amazing to me. This is amazing. This is manifestation of the Holy Father, word on earth in us now, telling us exactly what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what all the four groups, this is what we're going to be going through from now to 2033. It's right here laid out for us. And once I give you the whole formula and you have your name, your whole everything is like this, past, present, and future. It's just laid out who you are, what you have to do, and what's going to happen. Episode 11, 2024, John 21:24. Please pause and read this for yourself. This is the disciple which testifieth to these things and wrote these things, and we know that his testimony is true. So the name of this episode is Recipe for Disaster. You show proof of hidden things, which is a wake-up call to make other people feel the urgency and scare people away from being lazy. So this is represented by 222 to 555. I just put that because we've talked about this in other videos and so forth. So I was saying the process of 222 in other videos. So I was just saying that this is when that really is happening. So here in the picture, you see no more secrets, no more lies. So he's telling the truth, and then she's eavesdropping. So that's exactly what they're talking about here. It's making her feel the urgency and scaring her. Because he sent her, see, even though your written work has not yet been established. So he sent her a letter, remember, when he was fighting Drawl, and he thought he would die. So he sent her the letter. So she's read the letter. She doesn't really get it yet. But now in this episode, she's going to start to see proof of what he's been telling her, and it's going to make her push her into action. And that's what's going to happen in 2024. I mean, look, remember that letter I was telling you about? I don't think he's crazy. Do you? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. So again, this is representing the 144. 144,000. No more secrets, no more lies. It's all coming out tonight. How about you tell me where the bridge is? So he's and leave your head attached, and I'll leave your head attached to the body. So just quickly, in this scene, Strickler, his teacher, came to dinner, and now everyone knows. He knows that Strickler is a changeling, and Strickler knows that he's the Trollhunters. So they're fighting while his mother is cooking, and so his mother is, which represents the 6,000, she's completely oblivious to this other world and this whole other thing that's happening. And so they're fighting while she's just thinking it's a regular dinner. And like I said, this is so funny because this is real life. I have this all the time. And what I want to point out about this particular line is, I'll leave your head attached to your body. We all know about the prophecies about the beheading of the saints, the tribulation martyrs. We just had the thing with Trump and that comedian who was holding up Trump's head detached. You know, we have the terrorism with the beheadings of people. So the whole fact that he's bringing up, I leave your head attached to your body, the whole beheading thing is very prophetic. I don't know how that could play out for 2024, but this is significant. This is the disciple which testifieth to these things and wrote these things. And we know that so again, he wrote the letter. That's what we're talking about for the most part. They're finding out the evil plans. And then they found the book of Gum Gum history, which is very important. You might have been one then, but you're one of us now. So this character is representing the leaves that we've talked about before. A bit of guilt that they might be going through. A draw. So this is her. We were saying that it's pushing her into action because of the letter and everything that Jim has been telling her. So she's starting to see for herself these things. And then you have the other, the witness and the other groups of people. There's 4 groups, so everybody's working together. So at the same time, you have the persecution or whatever that the other people are going through, trying to find out the truth. And at the same time, Jim is fighting these demons. So this war is millennia older than you, boy. So it just pretty much, I think, when you have just the letter line, you have your imagination as to what this means. And then you have the Bible verse, which strengthens what this says. And then you have the TV show, which literally illustrates what it is, what we're going to be going through. It's just amazing. So John, this is episode 12, John 20, or 2025, John 21:25. Pause and read this, please. So, and there are also many other things which Jesus did, and that the which, if they should be written, every one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that should be written. Amen. So, Clear and Present Danger is the name of the episode. You have completed your duty, which is your works and your responsibilities as a disciple of Lord Yeshua Hamashiach. You jump for joy and celebration, which is coming from our Father in heaven. You are a saint who has helped the unification. So that's exactly what this is saying. Jesus, this is the last verse, saying what he has done. And this is saying that we have done whatever our duty was to do. And here, the monsters in your letter, they were real monsters. So now the 140, I shouldn't say the 144,000 because everybody's already active. If you're watching this video, you have been activated. Congratulations and welcome to the war. What I'm saying is there's 4 groups of people. So at this time in 2025, all 4 groups of people will be with it. Everybody's going to be like, oh my goodness, this is real. You weren't joking. That was not symbolic. This is real. Okay, so this is that moment. I can't wait. Can't wait for everybody, all 4 groups of people to really realize that this is real. It'll be great when everybody is caught up and everybody's like, yeah, this is real, so we can actually, I don't know, get on with it. So this is episode 12. So this is the way that Strickler really looks, his teacher. Open the bridge. So they're ready to open the bridge in 2025. The daylight is his to command, but it doesn't work. They try to steal something from us. They try to steal, I don't know what this is. We know that this is the ephod, right? Which is funny because it says right here that you throw away or hurl off the ephod. And in the cartoon, they steal the ephod. So even that is, I mean, come on. How is it that this is matching up? It's impossible. If this was not real, it's impossible. I can't make this happen. So they got the doggone ephod, but they can't use it without the troll hunter because the Father has given us the power to command. He has given us the key of David, and no one else can use it but us. Okay? And that's why I'm kind of protecting this technology, this information I'm giving you for the moment. But even if I did just give you the formula or whatever, it really doesn't matter in the end, because no one but the chosen can use it, to be honest with you. It is coded, it is locked, it is hidden, it is protected for us. That's why this language has been kept secret all these years until now. The troll hunter, the amulet won't work without him. He is the key. We are the key. We are the key of David. We embody that. We have been given it. 144, read the line. Read the letter line. 144, read it. Again, the key. We have been given the key. We are the key. We are the weapon. We are the ephod. We are the gems. So this is not Enrique. And this is when not Enrique puts the 144 in danger. Which, again, if not Enrique is actually, I don't want to go there. It's too much. But yeah. I believe one day you will answer that child's call. So he wants to save Enrique, actual Enrique. And remember, Enrique means ruler of the kingdom or something like that. I don't have it in front of me. I'll put it on the screen. And what I was saying was he's represented by the people that are going to get this tattoo. I mean, according to my dream that I had. And so that means that they are stuck here until they have to go through the whole process all the way to Armageddon. They're not getting out of here. They're not going to be rescued. Okay. So, and then Kathleen, she was telling me something about that she had. I don't know if I can find it. If I find it, I'll put it here. But she was saying something that the Father told her there will be 200 of the 144,000 who will be beheaded, I guess, or killed, or I don't know. But she had a quote there about that. So these people, we are the army. So in Revelation 19, when we come back, and that is when Enrique, represented in this cartoon, will be saved, right? That's when everybody is saved. But until that point, these people, Enrique, represented by Enrique, will have to stay here. And he wants to save him. And then his spirit guides is saying, one day you will, but not today, right? So those people will have to stay here through the whole process. But it can't be today. I think they think Claire's responsible. They're going to go after her. So again, we get set up by not Enrique, which for the moment, if it looks like it is Zuckerberg. But the thing is that we have to wait for his mask to fall. And I think we just said that his mask will fall in 2021 or something like that. We'll know for sure at that point. But whoever the Prince of Persia is, he will be setting us up in 2025, okay? When they have the bridge built, and they will be trying to bring Satan into the world at that point, which is exactly, it lines up exactly with their technological plans for 5G would be 2020, and then implementing this Oculus technology worldwide by 2025. It lines up exactly with their technological plans. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at the playlist I did, and then do some research on the OneWeb and all of that stuff, and the what is it called? The agenda, sustainability agenda for 2030. All of their plans lines up the same with this timeline I'm telling you right here. So they've got every piece of Killahead Bridge. Yeah, they're ready to go in 2025. They're ready to go. We got to leave. They're coming for you. Who's coming? Why were you on my roof? Again, with the going to the rooftops, right? They're after you. The woods. So again, woman of Revelation 12, she ran to the woods, right? I'll explain everything once you get safe in Troll Market. Troll Market is what we said we're going to go to be safe, right here. And that was from Brother Rob's dream. as well that he had. So with these dreams and everything, it's not only that some random people had dreams, it's also the timing, that it happened at the same time I was dealing with this subject matter. It's not a coincidence. It really isn't. And if, I don't know who's watching these videos, you're going to have some believers who are going to believe, and I don't have to prove anything to them. And then you're going to have some people who don't believe at all, and you know, they won't make it past the first few seconds. But some people that'll be in the middle might make it through, and you're going to spend as much energy trying to disprove what I'm saying as opposed to just listen. Listen to this. Listen. So I told you that Jim, they stole the ephod, right? And so Jim is calling to this ephod, like, come back to me. And here it comes out and through the sky like Superman and it's coming to Jim. And then so Claire finally sees the truth. She sees it for her own eyes, right? The monsters in your letter, they were real monsters. So now she gets it. Hallelujah. Welcome to the war. Welcome to the team. Finally, they get it. Why does something that makes no sense make so much sense now? Okay. So why are you trying to kill me? Not kill, take. So the evil is trying to take us. Because they need us. Jim, do you hear me? But they didn't succeed. And the bridge is complete, and it was here the whole time. So there you go. Again, he wrote that letter to her, and finally she gets it. And our duty is complete in the sense that we have successfully brought all the groups of people together. So we will be united at that time. Everybody will be on the same page. Everybody's going to be like, oh, I get it now. It's right here. It's written right here, guys. Episode 13, 2026, Numbers 13:26. I know that this is small, but pause it and read it. All right. I just squished this at the bottom. And they went and came to Moses. So now we're in Numbers, okay? The continuation of the timeline. And I showed you in the other playlist why or how the Father showed me this hidden timeline. And I have come to even understand more now because I'll tell you in the next video or in another video, but it's just amazing. And they came and this is connected to the letter line 133, which is connected with the Prince of Persia. This thing is screaming. But okay, next video. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. So this is the TV show episode is called Battle of the Two Bridges. And here we see it looks like all is in order. Follow me. This will be over soon. So pretty much you have, if you could read, when you read this, it's talking about us going into habitation. And we know that the way is filled with danger, and but we have to go through it, okay? And that there is a brother or fellow tribesman or leader who is evil. And that is exactly what is happening right here. He is the evil leader. He's Jim's teacher, who is demonically filled. And Jim has to go through this setup. He has to, even though he knows it's going to be dangerous. And again, he could die. I mean, it's right here. Keep going. So they've captured me and want you to come to the bridge alone. So they captured Blinky. Meet me in the alley aside the theater if you want to see your friend again. So they have him as ransom. I swear you can ask Claire, stop lying to me. So his mother again is the 6,000. So from what I understand, the 6,000 are the ones that we're going to minister to, right? So I'm getting that from Sister Rhonda's dream. So she's mad about it because she doesn't understand. I found this in a cookbook, but he wrote her a letter as well, and she didn't read the letter yet. It's still sealed. I can imagine this being a lot of my family members, because I've been trying to reach out to them and tell them all of this, and they just not going to get it. But maybe at this time they will get it, if not before. You are walking into a den of death for what? Blinky? And that's exactly what it said in the letter line. And that's what I showed you a few minutes ago. And then so the museum, he leads them to the museum. The bridge was here the entire time. And I think this is funny because, you know, the Ark of Palmyra, it is for a museum. It was these people of a museum who, I forget the name of it, but they recreated it for the purpose of historical finds, you know. So absolutely it has to do with the museum. After we moved it, we knew it would be the very last place you looked. So yeah, it's in plain view. They're putting in plain view this monstrosity. I trained you better than this. So Blinky doesn't know what's going on. The troll hunter is here, and he's acting like he's going to put the amulet in the bridge to activate it to bring Satan back. But instead, he doesn't. It says, for the glory of Merlin. So, of course, that's Yeshua Hamashiach in code. They can't say that here. So here, there's a lot of fighting that goes on. And this guy right here, he grabs it and he puts it in there anyway, so it lights up. And then Not Enrique says, seriously, is no one gonna turn this blasted thing off? Because he doesn't want to go back to the Darklands. Killahead Bridge, the time is now. So Killahead Bridge, the time is now, and that is 2026, y'all. So of course that's Hebrew year 2026. So he goes up. You can't see very well. Watch the cartoon. He goes up. He pulls the amulet out of the bridge, and he saves the day. He loses his arm though. And this is funny how, oh, you got to be kidding me. No way. I'm not going to jump in the sewer. So they have to escape again by water. So there's something else going on. This is episode 13. So again, we have some situation with water. Again, it's just like the dream when the people were going down the river under the bridge. Similar. Yet another troll hunter killed under the same bridge. So he has to fight Bular. Jim, oh no. And then Jim wins. He kills. So we said that this character right here is representing the gatekeeper. So in 2026, no, the daylight's now, that's daylight for you. And then he falls in the water. And he's killed, and it says, you've done it. I can't find the words. You've done it. Your job has been done. Juliet dies in this. No, she didn't know. So this is still episode 13. Wow, a lot going on in 13. We survived the play, did we? Yes. I thought we just died. So they did the play. Of course, they die at the end of the play. She was happy that he showed up. Well, you know, I try to keep my promises. And Claire, I promise I'm going to find your brother, even if it means crossing into the Darklands myself. And you see that the end is kind of faded out, like they're going into the clouds, right? So what I'm saying is that in this year, 2026, we have some kind of, this is right here representing the church right here. That's what I was saying when I did the letter lines the first time. I thought it was September to September, and I didn't know it was April to April. So sometimes the years kind of blend into each other, and I have to go back and do that work of really specifying year by year. But I think some of mine is, you know, for example, this one right here, 641, I think it also goes here because it's saying, in the cartoon you saw him say, work well done, it's completed. So right here, your work is completed. Also, it's talking about the celebration. So they were really happy they finished the Romeo and Juliet. Also here, it was talking about the church coming together and being pure. Here, you are a saint who helped in the unification. I didn't write it here, but when you look at the timeline that I've done, the playlist of the other time, I was talking about the church finally coming together and birthing the real body of Christ here on earth. And I think, for me, that's what this represents in the cartoon, the birthing of the true body of Christ here on earth. We come together, the real church is here and together and clear. There's no more confusion. That's what I see symbolically in the cartoon. That's exactly what they're talking about. And here we're very clear that our purpose is to come back and get Enrique, that I already explained earlier, with Yeshua Hamashiach right here. And we've done it. Everything is clear. It's finished. I don't know what else to say. Seems like last night's flash flood did some damage on the west. So here, I think it seems like it's saying there's going to be another water event. Here, when we were talking about the mom and everything, and he gave her the letter here that explains it. This is what it's talking about here, bringing word back to the congregation, the regular people, about everything that's been going on. It's right here in the TV show. And so here we defeat the gatekeepers and we reunite. There is nothing holding us back at that point. Again, there's another situation. So we've talked about in the past, like a volcano, something situation that has to do with the water, and we've talked about missiles and submarines and something that has to do with the water. So I don't know what and when, but there's water events coming. So there you go. Let's pause for the cause. I'll be back.